Hey party people, I'm Kelly.
And I'm Bean.
And we're Kelly Beans Bees. We're second year beekeepers here in Central Virginia. And today we're picking back up from the Gouda hive out at the turkey house to tell you kind of what's going on.
Man, that's a mouthful.
I know. So, if you were here last time in the video, we were going through, we saw lots of queen cells, so that meant that our bees were probably going to swarm. So we wanted to find the queen and get her and move her to another hive, and then it would be like they had swarmed, the queen had swarmed, right?
So because the queen isn't in this hive anymore, they can't swarm. Those swarm cells, queen cells, will just hatch out and they'll go and try to get mated. They'll find some drones in the area and they'll come back.
Yeah.
But we won't lose a lot of population in these bees, because if we had let them swarm, our queen would have left. And on top of that, a lot of our bees would have left.
Yeah.
Not the end of the world, but not really something that we want to happen super often. We try to avoid it.
Right.
So, as Callie said, we went through and we wanted to find the queen, because if we could take the queen out, they can't swarm anymore, because they don't have a queen to swarm with.
Yeah.
So, we went through how many frames,
We
Kelly?
went through the 19th frame, okay, because we have double deeps here, so there's 10 in each box. So we went through this one all the way, and we were on the 19th frame in the top box. And then, finally, magically, on a frame we didn't think she would be on, there she was.
We had pretty much given up because we were on 2 frames that were completely full of honey.
Yeah.
And she had no reason to be there because there was nowhere to lay, but I think she was needing so many places to lay that she was going wherever she could find, just looking for places to lay at this point.
Did you think that she had shrunk a whole lot?
No, she still looked good.
Yeah, I didn't think she had either. I was looking the whole time for like a queen bee, but one that was tinier, like that had shrunk. So we talked about it in our last video. If the queen's going to swarm, usually she shrinks up some, so then she's a little bit lighter to fly, because she can't fly when she's in lay, because she's a heavy girl.
But it looked like they were still a few days out from swarming.
Yeah.
So
glad we came.
Yep.
Glad we didn't stay on vacay forever. This side is full of brood on this side.
I'm looking for larvae is really what I want, which this frame has larvae.
So what we're doing here, Bean's looking for some bees that he's going to shake down into the baby hive down there. We'll go on the back side so we don't get stung in the
I'll wait to shake them until they come around so that they can see.
All right, so
this is the hive that we stuck the queen in.
She's in there.
And when we move bees like this, any foragers, the older bees that are still adhering to the frames that we shake in, anything like that, they know where home is, and so they're going to end up flying back to this original double deep hive.
They're the ones that are flying that you can see.
The nurse bees, the ones that take care of the brood, they don't know where home is. So they're
hopefully
going to stay with the queen in the new hive that we put them in.
Yeah, they can't fly. They're like babies.
But because those foragers are leaving, we need to take extra nurse bees from this hive and stick them into that hive so that the population is high enough to be a real hive.
This is all of the wax that we pulled off today. So then Bean's just going to take it and shake. So you can see all of those ones that are down on the top that are not flying away are probably nurse bees that are just going to go down into the box.
I'm going to do one more shake of bees because this hive already has a lot of eggs, a lot of brood. I didn't take a whole lot from this hive because we're looking to make honey off of this hive.
Yeah, buddies.
This is what you would call a production colony. One of the hives that we're hoping to pull honey off of. We're not trying to get bees out of it. Yeah. So we don't really want to split it too much. So what I did was I took 2 frames out of this hive. One that the queen was on, which was pretty much only honey.
Yeah.
And then one that had some brood and eggs and some more honey in there. So with all that honey, they should have enough resources to do what they need to. I may actually want to take a frame of pollens as well. Like this frame.
Well, you're about out of room. You already have 5.
Well, I do. I can take one out. But because they don't have foragers, they're going to need resources in this hive to be able to survive. Yeah. And they've got brood. I think I'm actually going to take that frame of honey out and put this one in instead.
Just so Girly's not on it.
She's not. She's on the other side. The queen.
Yeah. I guess, so are we doing hives or by the queen? Like, is this now the Gouda hive, or is this something
I guess,
else?
yeah, that would be the Gouda hive now.
And then the one on the end needs a new name?
I guess so.
Oof. I'm not prepared to do that in this video.
We won't do that in this video. We'll do that in
Last time,
the
if you watched it, Bean really sprung it on us. We just, in the first 20 seconds of the video, named them.
We had been talking about it for a while, what we were going to name them, and hadn't actually come to any kind of consensus.
Oh, what do you think about Gruyere?
So Gruyere, Gouda, and
Asiago. I don't know.
I think that would work.
If you don't like it, we can think about it. I was trying to think back to our comments, and I feel like that was one that I saw a couple times.
No, I'm just going to have to remember all of these cheeses that I hardly ever eat.
Hey, we're eating it. This, I don't know if you all know, but if you follow us in real life, I started making sourdough. At home, we have some starters, and today I made a Asiago garlic loaf. So we're getting you into eating fancy cheeses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't forget your herbs that you had all over.
Oh yeah, I also
you had
put rosemary
sprinkled over the top?
Rosemary, yeah. It looked very good.
We haven't eaten it yet. It just came out of the oven.
Yeah, we didn't eat it. So it had to sit for an hour before you could eat it. But Bean was like, we got to go to the bee yard because we're hoping to go to the other bee yard as well today. So.
But what time is it?
I don't even know. It's
when
like
did we
3
finally
o'clock.
get out here?
Huh?
When did we finally get out here?
Probably at like 1 o'clock.
Yeah, so.
I would say. So, yeah, he didn't even feed me a lunch. Like, what the heck? So, you just switching your frames out?
Yep. So, what I did there, this frame has a lot of pollen on it, which I knew I hadn't really put any in here to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
I had honey, I had a little bit of brood, but that was about it.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to need pollen to continue to produce brood, and because we have a queen in here, we're definitely going to need some pollen because they're going to be producing brood immediately.
Yeah.
So wanted to do that so that they have enough resources. I've got honey, I've got pollens, I've got a queen. So this hive, going to give it a week and check it, make sure everything looks good.
You're going to leave it as is, not double it?
Nope, I'm going to leave it just as it is because they now have 3 frames that are drawn out that have room for the queen to lay in. So she should have plenty of room in here. Shouldn't have any issues. And then this hive over here, the double deep
Gruyere.
that I need to put back together.
Gruyere.
They now still have a big population because I haven't really taken a whole lot from them. So they should continue to give us a lot of honey. Can you smoke them right here on the edge and I'll stick this box back?
Ooh, this is ripe.
So yes, they should continue to give us a lot of honey. I'm actually going to put another honey super on here because they've almost finished drawing out half of this one. And I just want to give them plenty of space. Because without a queen, they're now not going to be raising brood for another 2-3 weeks. They'll raise what they have, but nothing more.
So they better raise some honey for me.
Right. So they'll end up bringing in more honey because it's not being used by the brood.
Perfect. Alright, so we're stacking back our double deeps. We didn't put the beetle trap in the bottom.
That's okay. We'll stick them up here.
Okay. So they're in the honey super. So we'll do our double deep and then we'll be double stacked on supers.
Yes. So we are looking really good for this hive. I was a little worried that if we didn't find the queen that we would have to split them down more than I wanted to, and we would probably lose out on some honey production.
Yeah.
But because we found the queen, I could do that little split just with the queen in it and, you know, as many bees as I took, and all the foragers will come back here.
Yeah.
So we're not actually losing any foraging population from this hive for now.
Which is exciting. So we don't have to worry about putting a queen excluder because, well,
nope,
there is no queen.
And because we don't have a queen excluder, they should keep on going up there really, really easily and have no worries in the world.
Yeah. Perfect. All right, well, we're going to put this back together, and then we still have to go through Asiago.
Yep.
We're going to end up moving them into a 10 frame. Double deep, probably, or... Yeah, we brought enough for that.
Yeah, we did.
They look, from the front at least, to be very busy.
Yeah, they've been growing into their space, so I think that we'll have enough room. I wanted to put a super on there, so we may have to run to the car.
You need this super.
you're correct. Thank you. So we may have to run into the car and grab another super because I didn't...
We only brought one super out, not two.
I don't remember. We might have brought two. I think we only brought one.
I only got one from the back seat.
But anyway, so that's kind of where we are with things. We may have forgotten to charge the mics.
So we don't know how that's going to go.
If you like seeing what we're doing and you watch these full-length videos but you haven't really checked out our shorts, on YouTube, if you go to our channel, down below the little channel header, it has home video shorts. If you click on shorts, they're less than 60 seconds long, little videos that we do that...
Educational.
Right, we just say like one little topic. That's what we're going to be doing going forward today. So if you haven't checked those out, go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Because
we posted the whole month of May, so there's at least a ton on there.
At least a ton.
Yeah.
So
there's at least enough for the whole month of May, you know.
Right.
So you can get your viewing in.
But that's where we are out here, and I think we're in a really good spot.
Perfect.
So, as I said, check out our shorts. We'll be back with some full-length videos the next time we come on out. And bees out.
Bees out, y'all.